Well, 2020 is coming to an end.
And while this year has brought its own challenges, it didn't slow down any of our favorite tool manufacturers from releasing a ton of awesome new tools.
For our last show of the season, we're going to look back at the biggest tool releases of 2020. This is your Power Tool Year in Review.
This episode is brought to you by Ohio Power Tool. Pro tools, pro service, all at the best prices at ohiopowertool.com. And Ego, power beyond belief.
Welcome back, Power Tool fans. I'm Rob.
And I'm Sarah. It's December 25th, 2020. Merry Christmas.
And today we're going to look back at the biggest tool releases of 2020.
And while we get started, if you were to click that like button real quick, I would really appreciate it.
All right, let's start off with Bosch, who released several new tools in 2020, starting at the world of concrete. First off, they showed us two new cordless SDS Max hammer drills, powered by their new Core 18-volt batteries, which combined with some new internal tech, provided significant power gains for what they're calling megawatt tools. They also revealed a new Bosch 18-volt brushless track saw with an all-new motor specifically designed for that saw. They launched a series of Bosch Revolve rotary lasers for job site work. We also saw new thermal and concrete scanners and growth in their X-Lock standards.
Makita was busy with new tools of their own this year, most of which were announced at World of Concrete and hit shelves throughout the year. Highlights include a new 18-volt X2 LXT 14-inch cutoff saw, the 18-volt LXT brushless cordless AVT power scraper, new Quiet Series electric air compressors, an LXT 9 1/4-inch circular saw, 3 new LXT lawn mowers, 2 new LXT bandsaws, an LXT 9-inch power cutter, 2 new mid-torque impact wrenches, a metric ton of new outdoor power equipment, and yes, this stylish vacuum for restaurants and hotels.
Next up is DeWALT, who had a few innovative additions of their own. First up, their new FlexVolt Advantage series of tools, including a circular saw, angle grinder, reciprocating saw, and a hammer drill, all of which suddenly perform far better if and when you click on a FlexVolt battery. So far, the reviews we've seen have all been fantastic, with obvious improvements when you use FlexVolt. They also launched the Tough System 2.0 storage system, featuring auto-connecting side latches, 20% larger storage capacity, and backwards compatibility with the original Tough System. And finally, they revealed a new 20-volt drywall sander and a 20-volt atomic bandsaw that's just as compact as it is powerful.
SKILSAW made it possible for us to cut through 4 pieces of 3/4-inch ply in one pass with that saw right behind me. Powered by the new True HVL battery platform, the world's first cordless saw squatch has an intimidating 10 1/4-inch blade and, far more importantly, the motor and worm drive to make it all go. The all-magnesium construction keeps it light while the brushless motor keeps it going. With 4,300 no-load RPM and 3 11/16 cutting depth, cordless or not, this is a saw squatch. This new saw is only the second tool on their new platform, but SKILSAW tells us it won't be the last. Here's hoping 2021 brings a few new True HVL tools with it.
Ego launched their new and wildly successful Select Cut mower, but who cares? Because they also launched their new Yard Tesla. Sure, we've all been happy with Ego's new Select Cut self-propelled mower, and just this last week, we finally got to use their new 2-stage snowblower. But look at this! That is the all-new Ego Z6 zero-turn mower. It's got 22 horsepower, pushing a 42-inch deck, and completing 2 acres with just 4 10-amp-hour batteries, which is impressive until you realize it can carry 6. And best of all, it uses the same Ego batteries that you already use on your string trimmer, blower, and chainsaw. Stan the Dirt Monkey and Andrew from Kite Army both got an early preview, and the results were rather amazing. I have no idea how Ego tops this next year.
And last of all, Milwaukee once again felt like they needed to add as many new tools as possible, and undeterred by the pandemic, they moved their NPS 20 to an online format called Pipeline. There were 4 episodes spread out over 4 months, each one serving as a platform for a seemingly never-ending flood of new tools. If you wanted something new, they likely had it.
Unless you wanted a mower.
Unless you wanted a mower.
Or a track saw.
Rob apparently wasn't satisfied, but the rest of us were. We got new mid-torque impact wrenches, fuel oscillating multi-tools for both M12 and M18, the long-awaited pin nailer, a pruning saw Rob won't shut up about.
I want it back, Jay.
New vacs, lasers, a warehouse full of pack-out stuff, the top off, a chop saw, and a closet full of new PPE gear. So no, we didn't get a mower or a track saw, but isn't the rest of this stuff enough?
No.
Oh, get over it.
While all these Pro Tools are enjoying a fantastic year of new releases, an all-new category calling itself Value Pro is creeping up. These are traditionally entry-level power tools that now claim to have the power and durability to earn a place on the job site. In this new category, we've seen over 30 new tools from Ryobi called Ryobi One Plus HP. Cobalt launched their XTR tools with more powerful motors, and Skill continued growing their Power Core 20 series. With brushless motors, better batteries, and improved electronics, these brands are determined to make enough noise to cause you to glance away from the big boys just long enough to change your mind. These new lines of Value Pro tools are proving already to be plenty powerful enough. But can they stand up to a year on the job site? Well, 2021 will be the year we find out.
So it seems like 2020 wasn't a great year for getting out of the house, but it was still a pretty great year for power tools.
It really was, and based on what the manufacturers are telling us, 2021 may just be bigger.
Whatever 2021 brings, we'll be here to report it. And speaking of, we want to thank all of you for watching and supporting the Power Tool Week in Review.
Our Silly Power Tool News Show reached over 2 million people this year, and we're determined to double that again in 2021. We hope you join us.
From our family here at Belt & Boxes, including Rob, myself, our studio director Connor, our office manager Megan, and our families, happy holidays, and we look forward to seeing you next week when we launch our Season 4 of the Power Tool Week in Review.
We'll see you then.